After then we should have to see that is the right colic flexure. So this one. So it is also called the hepatic flexure, and it lies the junction of ascending and the transverse colon. Okay? It bends forward downwards to the left, and it lies on a lower part of the kidney, right kidney. ठीक है. Anterosuperiorly it is related to the colic impression on the inferior surface of the right lobe of the liver. So this one. After then we should have to see that is the left colic flexure, this one, or that is also called the splenic flexure. So it should be present at the junction of transverse colon and the descending colon. Hence the colon bends the downwards backwards. So it lies in the flexus on the lower part of the left kidney and the diaphragm, behind the stomach and below to the anterior end of the spleen. The flexure, it is attached to the 11th rib in the mid axillary line by a horizontal fold of peritoneum called the phrenicocholic ligament. This one. So phrenicocholic ligament we had seen in the diaphragm. This ligament support the spleen and forms a partial upper limit of the left paracolic gutter. Okay? So that is the left colic flexure. After then we should have to see that is the blood supply of the large intestine or the colon. So here in this diagram you can see that is the blood supply of the large intestine or the colon. So that is the arterial supply of the colon. It is supplied by the some arteries. First, that is the ileocolic artery. So ileocolic artery, this one, you can see this is the ileocolic artery. So ileocolic artery, it is the branch of the superior mesenteric artery. Okay? Second, that is the right colic artery. So here you can see this is the right colic artery. It is also the branch of the superior mesenteric artery. Then the middle colic artery. So here you can see the middle colic artery, which is also the branch of the superior mesenteric artery. This one. Okay? Then the left colic artery. So this one. Here you can see the left colic artery. So left colic artery, it is the branch of inferior mesenteric artery. So this one. Okay? Then the sigmoidal artery. So here you can see the sigmoidal artery. So that is also the branch of the inferior mesenteric artery. So here you can see left colic artery and the sigmoidal artery. These are the branch of inferior mesenteric artery. And the superior rectal artery. So here you can see the superior rectal artery. So that is also the branch of inferior mesenteric artery. So mostly the superior branches of the superior mesenteric artery and the inferior mesenteric artery, that should be supply the different part of the colon. So the superior mesenteric artery, it gives the ileocolic artery, right colic artery and middle colic artery, which is supply to the cecum, ascending colon and the maximum part of the transverse colon. And the inferior mesenteric artery, it should be forming the left colic artery, sigmoidal artery and the superior rectal artery. So that should be supply the remaining part of the transverse colon, descending colon, sigmoid colon and the upper part of the rectum. Okay? Then the venous drainage. The veins draining from the colon are drained into, that should be drain into superior mesenteric vein and the inferior mesenteric vein, which drain into the splenic vein, and the splenic vein, that should be drained into that the portal vein. Okay? Then the lymphatic drainage. So here you can see that is the lymphatic drainage. The lymphatic drainage of the colon clinically very important because the carcinoma of the colon spread through that the lymphatic route. So it should be supplied by the epiploic lymph nodes. So here you can see the epiploic lymph nodes, then the paracolic lymph nodes. So this one, then the intermediate colic nodes, so here you can see, and the pre-terminal lymph nodes, this one. Okay, so these are the lymph nodes which is drained by the vessels. After then, that is the clinical points related with that the colon. So first, that is the colonoscopy. So this one. So to see the interior of the colon, that is the colonoscopy should be done. So from this, throughout the anus, the scope should be passes into that the rectum, and that should be gradually passes into that the remaining part of the colon till the cecum. So in this way, that is the interior of that is the colon or the large intestine that should be examined. Okay? Then the second clinical point, that is the colitis. So colitis, it is the inflammation of the mucous wall of the colon. So in this, that is the interior of the large intestine that should be inflamed, and because of that is the bacterial or the parasitic infection. Then the ulcerative colitis. So if that is the inflammation or the colitis, it is not cure, so it should be gradually converted into that the small ulcer, and this is called the ulcerative colitis. Then the another diseases related with that is the colon, that is the IBD, irritable bowel syndrome, and the next disease, that is the Crohn's disease. Okay? Then the diverticulitis, it is a common clinical condition of the colon and mostly involves the sigmoid colon. It consists of the herniation of the lining of the mucosa. So here you can see that is the herniation of the mucosal wall of the sigmoid colon through the circular muscles between the tinea coli. And the herniation occurs where that is the circular muscular coat, it is the weakest, that is where it pierces by the blood vessel. Okay? So the inflammation of the diverticula, it is termed as the diverticulitis. So here you can see that is the inflammation that should be occurs, and externally it is seen, and interiorly it should be occurs in this way, that is the herniation of the mucous membrane. So that is called the diverticulosis. So these are the clinical points related with that the large intestine or the colon. Now lastly, we should have to see that is the difference between the small intestine and the large intestine. So first, that is the appendicular epiploiky. So here you can see that is the appendix, like the fat filled the pouches of the fat that should be totally present in the large intestine, and in the small intestine, that is the total part, that is the appendicular epiploiky, they are totally absent. Then the second one, that is the tinea coli. So here that is the band like structure that should be present into that the large intestine, and the small intestine, that is the tinea coli, are totally absent. Then the saculation, that is the sac like structure that should be present into that the large intestine, and into that the small intestine, that is the saculation, are totally absent. Okay? Then the fixity, that is the greater part of the small intestine, it is very much movable, and the large intestine, the most of the part of the large intestine, that should be fixed. Then the interior of the small intestine and the large intestine, so that is the villi, they are present, villi and the microvilli, they should be present into that the small intestine, and they are absent, villi are absent into that the large intestine. Okay? Then the transverse mucosal fold, that is called the plica circularis or the plica semilunaris, that should be present into the small intestine, and these are the permanent folds, and into the large intestine, that is the obliterated when longitudinal muscular coat are relaxed, and these are the temporarily folds. Then the Peyer's patches. So the Peyer's patches, that should be present into that the ileum, and they are totally absent into that the large intestine. ठीक है. Then the diseases which commonly occur into that the small intestine and the large intestine. So the small intestine, the common diseases, that is the intestinal worms, then the typhoid and the tubercular infection. They are very much common into that the different part of the small intestine. And in relation with the large intestine, that is the entamoeba histolytica infection, the dysentery organism infection and the carcinoma of the large intestine, that is very much common. ठीक है. Then the effect of infection and the irritation, ठीक है. So that should be occurs in the diarrhea in the small intestine and the dysentery into that the large intestine. So these are the diseases and the difference between the small intestine and the large intestine. देखिए टेल ऑफ पेनक्रियास इसको अटैच है, दिखा. देखो रे स्प्लीन, देखो पेनक्रियास, स्प्लीन. दिस इज द पेनक्रियास, टेल ऑफ द पेनक्रियास, दैट इज द स्प्लीन इज अटैच. देखो बिना केवल ओपनिंग दिख रहा है डायफ्राम का. इधर से दिखेगा, उधर से नहीं दिखेगा. बिना केवल ओपनिंग, डायफ्राम के 3 ओपनिंग हमने देखे थे ना. बिना केवल ओपनिंग, एवर्टिक ओपनिंग और उसोफेगस. ये उसोफेगस में कट करता हूँ. स्टमक निकाला है. मसाला निकालो.
मसालेदार स्टमक.